Hi everyone, welcome to Saturday Night Psychic. This is your girl Lennis. I'm bringing to you the weather for September 2019. What's going to go on the weather around the world from the United States on? I think it'd be interesting, so I thought I'd do a reading on the weather at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Okay, I've already shuffled the deck and spread the cards. I'm using the power deck with the cards of wisdom. Okay. So let's begin. So your first card up, this is for weather predictions now for the month of September, is Witness. This tells me that whatever this coming, it's going to be a lot of people involved. The angels are telling me right now hurricanes. Hmm. Hmm. Hurricanes and also possibly flooding is coming too. But yes, there'll be a lot of people injured. Okay, I'm seeing right now for the United States, I see flooding for us, and I also see a hurricane. And the hurricane I see is from Florida all the way over to Texas. I even see one going into the Gulf doing a lot of damage in Houston and Mexico. Again. So forewarned, forbearing, you need to think about that. But yeah, something big is going to hit. And the witnesses is a lot of people are going to be involved. The energy is masculine, so it's strong. This is the beginning of September. The storms or hurricane or flooding are going to be very strong. They have masculine energy. The individuality card came up that tells me you guys got to pull together and help one another, okay? Whatever this coming on, this tragedy, so to speak, I guess, is going to need everybody's help. They're going to need help. And there's a possibility, too, I'm seeing destruction up in Alaska. Now, I had saw earlier when I did the predictions, and I said that I saw earthquakes or whatever in Alaska. But right now they're showing me in Alaska that there's a lot of damage that's coming up. And the cold part about it, they're telling me it's in the winter when this happens. This is not during like September, like more like November, December. Something horrendous happens in Alaska. Okay, well, anyway, so the beginning of September, the weather's going to be bad, it's going to be strong, and you're going to need to pull together, okay? Like family. Hello, somebody. Now, the middle of the month, we've got skill, impeccability, and offering. Skill is that, do you believe the weatherman? I don't. I don't all the time because you know what? Our weather is so convoluted that if you look at our weather, your state, go to the Farmer's Almanac. Now, you know, for years, Farmer's Almanac matched whatever the weather was going on across the United States. We ain't even close. We aren't even close. They got all those goddamn contrails up there going all over the place, putting out weather, rain, snow, sleet, hail, whatever that they're doing, or sunshine. So you really don't know. So how much do you believe? Because if you ask a weatherman about the clouds, they can't even explain it. People are seeing strange ass clouds. So I'm going to tell you the skill. Take a video of it if you can and send it in to somebody or make it go viral when you see these crazy things. Skill, I'm going to tell you, take the weatherman with a grain of salt. They're not all wrong, but they're not all right either. And they're definitely not perfect. And they definitely don't get it right all the time. They can say, yeah, it's going to sun. Okay, yeah, the sun's going to come out. Are you sure about the temperature? Because they've been thrown off where like a storm came through and they go, oh, you're going to have a little light rain. You hold on to that thought, okay? Impeccability. Who do you believe? See, it goes right back to skill. That's what I'm telling you. Skill, impeccability, and offering. When you see different weather patterns coming up, please listen to your radio or your weather station, whatever that is. And I know it's on TV, they have a weather station, but also you can get it on your radio, okay? But listen to that. That's in essence what they're telling you in the middle of the month. You've just went through something big, hurricane storms, tornadoes, or flooding. Okay? So the middle of the month, get your shit together. Don't just listen to them. You think for yourself and get yourself together. If you're going to be in a flood zone and it's going to come back by the end of the month, get your shit together and either get out of there or make preparations for safety and security. Okay? So that's your job for the middle of the month. Now, at the end of the month, we've got bad weather coming in again. And it's with force. So this to me could be like, because at the end of September, we start to go into fall. Well, we'll begin in October, I think, fall. So we're in autumn. But anyway, we can have winds come up and be very strong, or changes in weather. So they're telling me right now with this force at the end of the month, New York, watch out. They're telling me you guys are going to get some strong winds. Michigan is going to get some strong winds. Indiana is going to get some strong winds. Spain and Italy, they're telling me right now, is just disastrous. And that's because of the fires that they've had over there earlier this year. So when the rain comes, it's like the flooding is just awesome. It's unbelievable. There's nowhere for that rain to sustain itself or soak in like a sponge, so it just runs down. There's nothing. So they're showing me that. Russia will have some twinkling of snow in September. That's going to be kind of odd, but they're going to have a little twinkling of snow. And it looks like a couple of the major cities, Moscow and somewhere else. Okay? So remember that. So like I said, the end of September, we got force. We've got silence. We got centering. This force is coming. It could be deadly. It could be the silence of it. You know how some people, like when they're in Tornado Alley, like they can see it way far away, right? It might be 20 miles from them, but they can see it at a distance. And so they're not worried about it. They're like, they said it's going to go west or whatever. It's not going to come your way. All of a sudden, it's at your front door silently because you took precautions for safety and security. Instead, you're like, oh, it'll be all right. We'll just go down in the basement, or we'll go down in the wine shelter or something. But the silence of it, it's almost like this force, this storm at the end of September that comes up is a silent killer. So just be careful around the world as well as here in the United States. I'm not seeing anything for Africa other than their normal sandstorms. I'm not seeing anything in South America other than they're having crazy weather like no tomorrow. In South America, I'm serious, you guys, and all kind of UFOs are going over there. Oh, wow. You got to research that. Check that out. So anyway, and the last card is centering. Know where you are. Okay? Not just that because of this, you could be misplaced because of the storm at the end of September. And the centering is get yourself where you need to be. Maybe you can't get back to your house. You can't get back to your trailer. You can't get back to your townhouse or whatever. Centering is going to give you spiritual, mental, and physical peace of mind. So when this happens, I want you prepared before time so that you're centered. Like, okay, I'll go stay with Aunt Mabel or cousin Ruth or whatever, until the storm passes over, and then I'll go back home. But for the time being, I'll be safe, I'll be centered, I'll be quiet, I'll be okay. So remember that it's the end of the month that this silent force of a storm that's coming through. So centering is for you to be prepared. Okay? All right. That's what I want to hear. So September comes in with the storm and goes out with the storm. Shit, does this feel like March? Comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb, or come in like a lamb, go out like a lion. That's almost what this feels like, March and September. So the beginning is a storm. People are going to get involved. get hurt, quite a few, because there's witnesses, not only hurt but see it. It's a masculine storm. It's very strong. Individuality. So remember, the beginning of the month now, we're going to pull together and help one another. Whoever needs help in this area of this hurricane or whatever that's coming. In fact, right now, y'all know Dorian is over there playing with Puerto Rico and Florida. So remember that. And then the middle of the month, skill, impeccability, and offering. Believe in yourself. It tell I don't want to be mean and put the weathermen down, because weathermen are important. They do forecast things to help us, but believe in yourself and your knowledge that you know about different weather inclinations, okay, and address that and go for that. All right. And then your last one, there's a silent force, another big storm coming through at the end of the month. Be prepared. Don't play. Okay, be prepared. I want to see you. I want to see you come back here and see some of my shows. I don't want to hear about you. Oh, there's so many people dead. Bullshit on that. You prepare yourself and get ready the best that you can to the best of your ability. And pray. Okay? There's a storm at the beginning and at the end. So pray that God protects you, keeps you in safety and security, you and your family and your friends. Okay, all right? Okay, you know we're coming into autumn now, and the weather has been kind of fluctuating around the world all year, so be prepared. Now, it was my pleasure and honor to bring to you the weather for September tarot reading. So anyway, have a good week, a good weekend. Be careful out there, and remember, Friday is the new moon, and it's also the black moon on the 30th, and changes are definitely coming about. Put your intentions out, okay? Weather, put your intentions out in the window, whatever windows that the moon comes in, whether you can see it or not, but the rays come in that particular window. Put your intentions in there, what you would like to see come about, okay? And pray for people that are going through bad weather right now, or going to, that we don't lose too many people, and that they'll be taken care of, and they won't be gouged out for stuff if they need water or food or wood or whatever, that people won't try and make money off a disaster. I hate that when people do that, because what comes around what goes around comes around, and karma is a blip. Okay, you don't do people wrong like that in that kind of circumstances. They're down, and then you're going to constantly kick them with high prices? Who the hell are you? Okay, anyway, enough fussing. I love y'all. If no one's told you they love you today, well, I do. And you go out and have a good day. All right. See ya.